day. Well, the rain is pouring, the rain is coming, and guess what? The grass is growing like wildfire. Oh, this is such a beautiful flowers. This is the create mortal, guys. This is the white one. Oh, this beautiful color. Love this color, man. Oh, our hibiscus is looking wonderful. Oh man. Oh, look at this hibiscus. God, the bush is tall, guys. Look at this beautiful hibiscus right here. And the bees up in there, sheltering. Ain't that beautiful? You know, guys, these hibiscus is so beautiful, man. Oh, man. You know, guys, on this ground every year, these hibiscus produce so much baby hibiscus on the ground because if you notice, they have so many pods that open and turn seeds. Look even what's going on right here. This one here. These pods turn seed. You see that seed right there? And they just grow up rapidly. But the weed sometimes just take control and take them over. Because the weed grow real high. But the thing, this is another crepe mortar right here. Alright, that's another banana patch coming up there. Oh man. Crepe mortar, beautiful, man. Alright. So what's up, guys? Blessings to each and every one. Don't forget to hit that like button when you come in this live, guys, because you know what's going on. You know we're gonna be talking a bag of thing. Well, today, let's talk, guys. Let's talk. So for the new gardeners this garden season, what have you learned this garden season? Hey, Greg Mason, blessings. How you doing? Good to see you. Yes, guys. What have you learned this garden season? Share that with us, guys. Share that information with us. What have you learned this garden season? Have you learned anything this garden season? Did you see anything different than you used to? Are you accustomed to? Did you grow anything that you never grew before? Did you grow something and the result is so amazing? Yes, I'm doing good, Mason. I'm doing good. You see, my pumpkin, oh man. My pumpkin is trying to run over in my garden. So I have to try to reroute it because they're trying to come over. You see here again? They're trying to come over in my garden, so I got to reroute them. I learned that my pumpkin plant that all came from the same pumpkin, all volunteer, put out different type of pumpkin. Oh really? Come from the same pumpkin. You know what? In some of those cases, it can be a cross-pollination situation. It can be a cross-pollination. I'm just saying. That's just my, my thoughts. But it doesn't mean that's got to be what's going on because we all do see strange things in our garden sometimes. And thank you so much, Mason, for sharing that thought. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But I never experienced it. So I'm so happy that you're able to share that with us. Thank you so much. But that will be a nice, that will be something really nice to see. Yes. So what's up, guys? What's up, guys? Talk to me, talk to me. Don't forget, guys, always leave some of your plants, always leave them to produce some seeds. Don't ever harvest everything. Make sure you leave some for seeds. All right. So it's raining, and the rain is magnificent at this point, because what I'm seeing so many growths. Yeah. My lemongrass is doing well. We harvest a lot of lemongrass this year. I think you are right. It put out bright orange ones that look just like pumpkin that I got the seed from yellow. God, look. Yes, yes. They're pie pumpkin. Okay. Yes, that can be the case right there. Because sometimes in our garden, so much things happen and we don't even realize it. Cross pollination is something that happens on a regular basis. I see cross pollination happen in my garden before. It happened from two pepper tree. Two pepper tree, and there was a cross pollination between the two pepper tree. So the truth is, it does happen. And a lot of people claiming that it happened as well. So we know for a fact that this actually happened. We see cross pollination every time in our garden. I wonder if lemongrass would grow here in Michigan. Yes, it would grow, but the only thing is, in the winter, in the fall, you will have to put it in a container and put it indoors. But yes, it will grow all through the spring, all through the summer. But as soon as the winter hit, that's when it starts drying down, and it might never come back the following year. So be mindful of that. They will produce, they will grow beautiful, but as soon as the fall hit, you're gonna lose them, because they're gonna start drying down. Yes, guys, so what's going on, guys? Guys, don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. Remember, when you come here, guys, remember, it's real information. I see something happen here. You see the rain been beating these plants so much that it beat out all the flowers. Let me see what's going on with this plant here. This is an 8-foot bell pepper tree now. It's definitely 8 foot. And I'm seeing it producing peppers. I'm seeing flowers, which is wonderful. This is the same plant over here, and I see it have a bell pepper growing. Yes. So this is the update on these bell pepper tree. They're doing well. They're growing lovely. They're producing in abundance. Yes. Look here. We see a lot of pepper, a lot of production. Lot of production, guys. Lots of production going on here. We're seeing bell pepper, and very soon we will be harvesting bell pepper. Very soon. Very soon we'll be harvesting bell pepper. All down inside is bell pepper everywhere. Everywhere you go is bell pepper. And it's crazy that all these trees is taller than me. Almost every one of them. This is a limb. This limb needs taking. You see how it's dancing? I got to put this right here and tie that right there because I don't want to lose them. When we grow, okay, when we grow our 2 acre setup, I'm going to build a greenhouse for things. Yes, definitely. A greenhouse is really good because it helps. You could have your garden still producing in the fall, even in the winter. So that's a wonderful idea. You see, guys, this bell pepper is doing really, really well. Look over there again. Everywhere is bell pepper. And this is another, this one is almost 8 foot tall, almost. And we see it doing well, it doing really well. So guys, you know, every time I do my live, I give you update on my bell pepper tree and how they're producing. This one here, my hand cannot reach the top at this moment, and it's doing really well. And this is another limb over here, same pepper plant. This is another limb, so this pepper here is a real massive pepper tree. Now, as I see the rain coming, what is happening, I realize they start bowing. So like this one, this needs staking. I realize they start bowing, so those are the biggest bell pepper plant I ever seen. All right, that's good to know, guys. That's good to know. Greg, this is, you see, in this garden, this is how we create history in this garden. All right, because you never, I don't think any person that I've known ever grow a bell pepper tree 8 feet tall. And we do that every time. That one over there, that already hit 8 feet already. This one, let me show you. This one right there. You see that one? And that's the same plant right there. Come over here. Don't hit 8 feet already. This one is almost 8 feet and it's growing pepper and flowers like crazy. It's like you in the pepper field, and you can naturally be in the pepper field and no one seeing you. You could naturally be, and look how they're producing. You see? They're producing well. Even to the crown of the plant is producing. Many times there's a lot of bell pepper. You're gonna see bell pepper to the bottom, but you not dare see. While they're growing and producing more leaf, they're still producing flowers. Okay. I always try to give an update. Watch, I can't come through. Okay, this one, I have to tie this one here up, because if I don't, I'm gonna be losing a lot of pepper from this plant, you see? So it's important for me. I gotta find a stake for this plant, a good stake. And you know what? Sometimes this is what you gotta do. This one is the one that breaking down the limb. No, this one, it's a mature pepper. So if you leave this to break down, look what's gonna happen. You're gonna lose these baby pepper coming. So sometimes you have to make decision that makes sense. Sometimes you gotta make decision that mightn't. But look at this. This is naturally breaking down this. So what I have to do, I have to harvest this, that this limb could hold up properly. All right? So it's all about, it's not just growing food, you know, guys. It is not just growing food. You have to learn. You have to learn. And sometimes, like I said, you got to make decision. And sometimes the decision you make in your garden, it mightn't be the right decision for you. When I say the right decision, it might be a decision that might hurt your feelings because you might realize your biggest pepper on your pepper tree is actually breaking down and you want the pepper to ripe on the tree. But sometimes you got to harvest the pepper because if you don't harvest it, you're going to be losing all these little pepper that come in here. So you cannot allow one pepper to cause you to lose a whole limb full with pepper, and the limb going to even produce more. It's going to grow more and it's going to produce more. So this is why I harvest this, saving the limb from pop. All right? So look at this, guys. Everywhere is bell pepper, guys. Everywhere. Everywhere. It's like every 2 days you come in here, you can harvest. Hey, only Zen Yard, what's up? Blessings. Only when you come in here, you can harvest pepper every 2 days. And most of the time, we harvest them because of these type of situation. Breaking limbs. Let me show you again. Look, this one, you saw what I had us to do. I had us to tie this right there so that this limb could continue grow and continue produce. If I didn't tie this, this whole limb would have come down. This here, these are two right here. This is two. I had us to tie this here because if I didn't, this limb would have popped. Now watch, look to the top. There's pepper right there growing. So you have to make these decisions of if you realize there's a pepper, it looking big, it looking beautiful, and you want it to ripen the tree, but at the same time, is the risk you could be taking a risk with that pepper plant, trying to allow it to get through the ripe stage while you're using a whole limb that could have produced for you. So this is why these are pepper trees, guys, that comes 8 feet tall. Look, we have an 8 feet tall pepper right here, guys. This is, a matter of fact, let me see if I can turn it around the camera that you guys can see. Look at it. Watch, guys, live. You see an 8-foot bell pepper tree live. The only place you see this is at Planter Garden TV. A 8-foot bell pepper tree live. Let me come in from the bottom and show you the look at it. From the bottom. From the bottom goes up, goes up, goes up, goes up, goes up, goes up, goes up. A 8-foot bell pepper tree. This is the only place you can see these things. At Planter Garden TV. Hit the like button, guys. I appreciate the support. Please hit the like button. We're trying to get this thing to hit 10, 11 feet this year. Much taller than I can be. Definitely. Yes. Hey, Cardelia Hyde, how you doing? Blessings to see you. All right, how you doing? Good to see you. Yes. This thing is 8 feet tall, meaning in your house, most house ceiling is 8 feet tall. This is 8 feet tall, meaning in your house, it will butt your ceiling. All right? And it's not just tall, it's wide. This is the same limb from the plant. This is the same limb from the plant. This one over there is the same limb. So it's not just tall, it's wide as well. All right? Same thing with the one down there. That one, look the height of these things, guys. The height, I'm giving you the height. From down there, going up, 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 going up. Look at there. All these. 7 feet tall. So it's a lot of them 8 feet tall and a lot of them 7 feet tall. And guess what? They're producing, guys. Look at them. They're producing. Look at limb pop coming down here. This limb need tying up. So yes, guys, growing bell pepper. If you're growing bell pepper and you need tips on growing bell pepper, you at the right place. It's not easy for you to go anywhere and find a field, a patch of bell pepper tree. With bell pepper tree, they stall from the ground, go all the way up there. You could stand off and you can see. And the thing is, they're not just growing, they're producing. And they're not just producing one crop, they produce non-stop. They just keep pushing out flowers, keep producing until the frost. When the frost, that's when everything start drying down. All right? So, and remember, this is a channel only teach how to grow your food natural. All right? So let me walk around now and see the growth with these eggplant. I need to check these eggplant. I need to see the growth and the production that happening with the eggplant. These eggplant already produce 2 crop. This is their 3rd crop they producing now. They already produce 2 crop. This is their 3rd crop. And these are things we talk about. We talk about our plant producing continuously. We not just one crop and then the garden season is over. We work continuously. So let's do a little update on our eggplant. Let's see how they're looking. Let's see how they're growing. Let's see how they're producing. So this is our eggplant so far, and this is doing pretty well. We see eggplant coming up here. We see it pushing out flowers, and we actually see it's growing, and which that is one of the most important thing. Your plant is producing and growing at the same time. So if you see they're producing and growing, that's awesome, because you know there's a next crop to come. If you're not seeing any production and they're not growing, or even you seeing production and then they're not growing, it shows you that that's the end of the crop. They have to be producing and growing, so you know for a fact there will be more crop coming. All right? This is the next one here. We see it producing flowers. We see it producing flowers. And we see it growing. This is what's important. So it's not about just producing, it's also growing. Same thing with the peppers. The peppers is not just producing, they're growing. All right, let's see where we're going now with this eggplant here. Well, we had our harvest from this eggplant. We harvest several of them. We see flowers and we see a new growth. We're seeing flowers and we're seeing new growth. That's very important, guys. I'm telling you, if you growing eggplant and you ain't seeing no new growth, that means you stand a chance of only one harvest. You only see when it produces. We only see when it produces. What we see, it start growing as well. If you're not seeing this, you know, nah, I got to do something. Maybe I need to boost them up. Maybe I need to give them something nice, something natural, and they boost them up. You see, we see flowers and we see in growth. This is what it's about, guys. This is really important. Okay, look at this pepper tree here, this bell pepper. Man, this thing have on so much pepper. But guess what? The rain, it needs staking up. It needs staking up. Look at this eggplant here. Look at this eggplant. From down to the bottom, come up. Down to the bottom, come up. Look how tall this thing is. And as we see, we already had 2 harvests from this, and it's still pushing new leaf, which is important. So if you have a garden, look at this one. We already harvest 2 crop. It coming with 3 now. We're seeing lots of flowers. We're seeing an eggplant, and guess what? We still seeing new growth. That's what's important. Now, if your eggplant is producing, put it this way, right? Your eggplant is producing, it produces a crop. But when you look to the top, you realize you're not seeing no new leaf. It's not growing. I'm telling you right now, you need to pay attention to that. Because if it ain't continue grow, then it's not going to produce more. It has to continue growing more leaf, and then it's going to start to push out more flowers, and then you start to see more growth. Then you know, okay, all right, this plant is doing well. You see where I'm coming from? Now, let me go back to the bell pepper. Look what's going on down here. We have bell pepper here. We see new growth, and what we see to the top, we see they getting ready to push right to the crown. We see they pushing out more flowers. You know what that tells you? And more growth. You know what that tells you? The plant is producing and is not stopping. It's growing, producing, and is not stopping. Now, this is another pepper tree here. This is an Italian sweet pepper. You see this tree is wide as well. This is one of the stalk right here. This is another stalk. This is another stalk. And this is the one that growing up here. This one is heading for 7 feet at this moment. But I'm going to show you how much pepper is growing on this limb. Look, we have 3 beautiful ones right here. We have one coming there. We have a small one there. And guess what? It just keep growing, and while it's growing, what it's doing, it's producing. If you're not seeing this, something is wrong. It's maybe the plant is not getting enough nutrients. Maybe it's lack of something, because these plants supposed to produce continuously. You see, we have right to the top here, we loaded with pepper. Look to the top. You see where we see? We see new growth, and we see bell pepper growing. We see flowers. Hey, Pure Grow, what's up, man? Blessings. How you doing, man? It's raining, and you know I love when it rains, because when it rains, we see a lot of growths. We see a lot of production. So we getting a lot of rain, and trust me, man, I'm just enjoying it. I'm just enjoying it. The eggplant them is really coming again. They're producing again. I know this is, I already harvest 2 harvests from these eggplant, 2 of them. But they show no sign of slowing down. No sign. Let me show you how much growth this thing is growing. How long it take the bell pepper flower from seed? How long it take bell pepper flower from seed? It can be at least it can be around 3 months from seed. But the thing is, if you start them indoors, like, okay, let me explain this. If you in a zone where you got to deal with the cold weather. You got to start them inside. Meaning, when you start them inside, you know you're just trying to start them inside because you want to make sure they reach that stage before the spring. You don't want to wait till spring to now pushing seed in the ground, or it will be difficult for you to get a harvest, right? Because you're dealing with the cold weather. So basically, what we do, we might start in January, February. You have to start at least 3 weeks before the spring, right? Before the last frost in the spring. So from that, by the time July, so say you plant them, start them in February. By the time July, you're supposed to start seeing flowers already. You're supposed to start seeing flowers producing already. All right, sometimes you might see not too much flowers. They might produce a little flowers. Sometimes they might produce a good bit of flowers. Sometimes they might produce their first crop. Their first crop, sometimes you might get 10 pepper, 12 pepper from the first crop. But, so I say March, April, May, June, February, March, April, May, June, July. I say maybe 5 months. I say maybe 5 months because I start seeing some of my pepper start producing in the mosquito them is blazing, guys. Some of my pepper start to produce early and some produce a little later. All right, like this one here. This is a pepper come from over there, from them seed. But look the time, this now start producing. And where we at now? We in August. You see? But this one now start producing. But guess what? This still gonna be a massive bell pepper tree that produce a lot of pepper. You see what I'm coming from? Okay, progress. So yes, I start germinate seed in early April. You start in early April? I don't wait that late because you doing it outside. Huh? You doing it outside pure grow. What I do for February, and when you start them in February, they start growing. They start growing. So when they start growing, what you do now, when the spring, they already have a jump start. They already have that strive already. So I start them indoor, and you stand a better chance of getting more harvest from them in that time. Because when you start start sowing the seed April. I mean, if it's working for you, fine. But for me, if I start sowing seed, I'm going to show you a plan why I'm telling you this. If I start showing, yes, just on regular, just keep them in a temperature inside, could be on your refrigerator. Give them a little where they could be warm, and they're not gonna grow fast. They're gonna struggle a lot, but guess what? They will produce. They will, once you keep them alive, that's your motive. Your motive is keeping them alive because you know they're not gonna grow well inside. And when you bring them outdoors and the weather change and the sun start to shine nice, that's when you see they start growing. This year, I bring out mine pretty early. And when I bring them out, they were struggling because I bring them out too early and the coldness was really messing with them. But look at them now. Them the same pepper that's 8 feet tall now, 7 feet, 6 feet. These are the same pepper. Yes, they definitely will grow slower indoor. Now, this is a pepper plant that I sowed the seed in, I think it's April. I take the seed and I just throw them in a container and they just start germinating. So I take it and I plant it. Now, if you notice, you see it now start to produce, which this type of pepper does be producing all in July, late June, July. Look at the time. So the later, for in my zone, the later I sow my seed, the later my pepper produce. You see where I coming from? The earlier I sow the seed, the earlier the pepper produce. I don't know if that make any sense, but that's how it works for me. So this is why I start indoors. Same thing with my eggplant. Man, my eggplant and them is, you see, look coming up here now. This is one here. This is a next one here. And it pushing flowers. And if you notice, you see it pushing new growth. This is the importance of a plant, a productive plant. This is how they operate. These plants supposed to produce until the frost. They're not supposed to stop. Anyhow you see they stop, something is not going right. They're supposed to keep on producing. Anyhow they stop, something ain't right. So in PC, I do live in tropical, so no cold, only rain season and dry season, so for it can allow them to grow inside for a while. Well, if you in the tropical, no, you ain't got to take that. No. If you in the tropical, it's different. The only reason why the people in the cold do it indoors is because of the short growing season. You see where I'm coming from? Because of the short growing season. So because of the short growing season, you want to start them indoors so that they start growing. So by the time the spring come and you take them out, they already, they're doing their thing. Instead of you now start setting seed. If you're in the tropical, you don't have to do that inside. You have growing season. You have growing season all down to December. January, you still growing. So you don't have to do that. No, you could definitely take them out outside. You ain't got to go through that process of doing that inside. That only for the people who dealing with the cold season. The tropical, nah, you don't need that. Hey guys, don't forget to hit that like button. I will appreciate it. Thank you all so much. Alright guys, if you check my channel, you're going to realize I harvest from these eggplant twice already. Twice. Now, this is great garden production. This is production. This is when a plant producing. You already gave me 2 crops and it's still producing. Look, we have eggplant coming. Look at next one there. And we have flowers and we have new growth. Same thing down here. We have flowers and we have new growth coming. Same thing. Flowers and we have new, watch there, and we have new growth coming. So the plant is not stop growing. The plant is continue producing. You see what I'm coming from, guys? This is really, really important. And look this one right here. Look how much this little one here have on. Watch. It have one here, it have one there. It have, watch over there, and it have over there. And it's producing new growth. You got to understand. Let me show you about the okra plant. If this okra plant stop producing these, it stop produce, it's not gonna give you no more okra. It have to continue growing. If it ain't continue growing, it's not producing anymore. Down here is not producing no more okra. It already produced okra. The only place you're gonna get okra is from up here. So if the plant stop grow, you're not getting no food. You see where I'm coming from, guys? So it's important to recognize. It's important to recognize what it takes to make your plant produce. What it takes to make a plant produce. You know, sometimes if you don't understand what is going on, if you don't really understand how plants operate, it might sound like, what is he talking about? What he mean, you have to understand. How would you understand? Of course you could understand. If you're paying attention, you could understand. You could only understand if you're paying attention. If you follow in this garden, you will understand exactly what I'm coming from and what I'm saying. Okay, this have eggplant down there, and it's still producing flowers, and it's still growing. This is why important. These pepper, what's going on here? What's going on with these pepper? Look, these pepper almost getting ready to ripe. Let me show you again. Look, you have small one now coming in, and what do you see? You still see flowers, you still see new growth. Look to the top. You still see flowers, you still see new growth. Do you know why? This is how they're supposed to operate. This is how they're supposed to operate. If you're not seeing this, you need to look more into your plants. You need to pay more attention into your plants. You need to see more, watch more what's going on into your plant. You cannot have a pepper tree and the pepper tree only give you one crop. Something ain't right. The plant is lack of something. Maybe lack of nutrients. Because nutrients is what give a plant, what makes a plant produce more leaf, more food, nutrients. So if the plant didn't have is lack of nutrients, there's so much you could get from it. You're lucky if you get a crop. Or you might be lucky if you get two. Look what's going on. I'm just trying to give you guys an understanding of the expectation from a plant. This is what I'm doing. The expectation. Now, I'm going to show you something here. This is another bell pepper. I already have it from this. You have one, it have two. Look to the top. You see the top? This is the crown. Look back down here. You see? It's still growing and it's still producing. That is the goal. That is your goal. The plant should always continue growing. And I'm telling you, a lot of reason why that happens as well. Water, too much water. A lot of reasons why our plants don't make two crop. It's too much water. Because sometimes too much water causes the top of the plant to dry out. You see the top just, all the leaves to the top just break out. And the plant just stop growing. You got to figure out what it takes or what keep your plants producing. You know, this tomato, I'm still harvesting tomato. Look, my tomato, them still producing. Still producing at this time. You see? Still producing at this time. These tomato plants since in April. And I've been harvesting from them ever since. And they're still producing flowers. You see what I'm coming from? They're still producing flowers. These are some of my hot pepper here. I harvest already from these hot pepper. Look how much. And what they're doing, they're still growing. They're still producing flowers. Look what's going on. Look what's going on. You see what's going on? They're still producing pepper. They're still producing flowers. And they're still growing. This is your expectation from a plant. If you're not seeing it, then you got to change up something. You got to change something up. Well, let me break this down for a little because I got to make this very clear. Guys, this is an organic garden and this is not, oh man, okay, you see? Nice, beautiful pepper. Every day you could harvest pepper. All right? So this is an organic garden that continue producing on and on and on. And I'm just giving you guys the idea of how your expectation, what you should be expecting from a plant. What should be you expecting from a plant? Do you expect one crop from your plant? Or do you expect to have a continuing crop from your plant? So it's up to you. But I'm just telling you, you could get way more from these plants. These plants designed to produce like a producing machine. Yeah, that's it. They're designed to produce like a machine. So if they're designed to produce like a machine and you're not seeing them producing like a machine, then something ain't right. This is another one of the pepper that I now show you down there, which I think is the monkey face pepper, which now start producing as well. All right, so we have different type of hot pepper, different breed of hot pepper going on inside here. We have a nice healthy turmeric growing. Yes, guys. So it's all about production, guys. And it's raining and these weed is really growing faster than I want them to. Okay, so this is okra. We're getting seed from them okra, okay. These are burdock. So what's up, guys? You guys okay? How you guys doing? It's raining and I'm just loving it because my goodness, these plants are growing and my goodness, they're producing. Yes. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. I will truly appreciate it. I will appreciate the support as well. You never saw. I'm going to show you guys for the people who now come in. Have you ever saw a 8-foot bell pepper tree before your eyes. I'm going to show you live. 8-foot bell pepper tree live. That's a 8-foot bell pepper tree. So what you can do, now you can tell someone, I saw a 8-foot bell pepper tree. Look at it. From the ground, go all the way up there. A 8-foot bell pepper tree form live. This is the only place you're going to see this, guys. All right? So how you all doing? How you all doing on this beautiful day? I hope your garden is doing well. I hope your garden is thriving. But as I see going on up inside here, I still have a lot of work to do. When I say a lot of work, what I mean, I have a lot of staking. Even though I have all these stakes, I still have a lot of staking. This pepper plant also needs staking. Look at the next one coming up here full with flowers. Staking. This cayenne pepper, that kind of be all right for now. This one needs staking. And all these plants, guys, they grow from seed. Every last one of them, they grow from seed. So you see, our pepper producing and what happening? Up to the top, new growth. These are pepper that's gonna hit at least 6, at least 7 feet. This is the great thing, guys. This is when you know a pepper plant is doing well. Let me show you how do you know your pepper plant is doing well. Watch here. Look where it's coming from, right? It's coming from down there. It's coming all the way coming up. We don't harvest from it already, but we still have a bell pepper here. We're seeing flowers over there. Look right here. We're seeing flowers. We're seeing small peppers. Look right here, flowers. Look up to the top, to the crown. To the crown. Look what you see into the crown. You see? This is when you know your bell pepper plant is doing well. Because it don't stop producing. It's supposed to continue produce and it's supposed to continue growing. So guys, thank you all so much again on this beautiful day. I truly appreciate each and every one. But it's raining. It's raining. It's raining. Look at another pepper tree right here. This thing is growing and producing like, and with this type of rain, oh my goodness. Yes, beautiful. You see, guys, you have water pocket, which is important. These water pocket holds water and it also allows the water to soak down. So when the water soak down in the ground, these okra gonna able to feed from that water. So it's so much important aspect in gardening, in-ground gardening. Is so much. It's so much to learn. It's so much to understand. Even me myself, I know a lot, but I still don't know everything. I'm still in a learning process. You understand? Because every day you learn something new. You see what I'm coming from? Every day you learn something new. So we don't know everything, but guess what? We continue learning and we're grateful because we understand nature knows it all and nature also reveals. Nature also teaches. So it's you now that need to understand. If you observe and pay attention to nature, Nature gonna teach you and make you understand more about the plants you actually growing. All right? This pumpkin is coming from all the way up there, and look where it is right down here. I'm allowing it to shoot itself, go down to the ground down there. And these are sweet potato. Look how they're running up in my fruit tree. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just pull them off. Because all these, they don't need to be running anywhere. They need to be focusing on the root. Yeah. Look all where the potato root is. All down here. Watch, all down here. The potato root is. But I don't want them down here. I need them to focus. So it's like I gotta prune them that they can focus on. This is my peach tree in container. Okay. Oh wow. Doing pretty well. I see a new limb shoot coming up here, which is beautiful. See a new one coming up there too. I think this peach tree gonna start producing very soon. So we have one peach tree, we have a next one, and 3 of them. We have they grow up in they come from a peach tree up there and they just start growing. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. This is 2 new. This is 2 different peach that I never grew before. This is the next one right here. Oh, this is my onion. You know what? Let me put you down, put you in some soil. Yeah. All right. So, okay, guys. Hope you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to go on my channel and support by watching a video, or support by hitting the subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed before, please hit the subscribe button. If you haven't hit the notification bell, please do so, because there's always something to learn from this channel. There's always something. That's what I'm saying, guys. Every day, you know, you're not gonna be every day. You're gonna be able to see these type of harvest every day. So you could come and every day. This is what you call a food forest. All right? A food forest. This is what you call food forest. This is what you call growing your own food. Yes. All right. Blessings, 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 blessings. All right, guys. You guys have a prosperous day. I need to get myself cleaning, start cutting these grass, because it's getting crazy now. You see, look what's going on here. Look what's going on here. The grass getting wild, guys. The food forest getting wild. All right. Food forest getting wild. You know, it need a, you know we're gonna do good here now? A couple sheep or a couple goat. Gonna do real good up inside here. Oh yes. Oh yes. All right. So I'm going to end it now, guys. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day.